that allowed the group to take control of this game?
Just being direct with pucks, being kind of just straightforward to it, not messing around too much in our zone, just being quick with it up the ice. A lot of guys doing speed off the pucks, and obviously getting guys crash to the net and getting pucks there.
So you said getting up to game speed's always a challenge, especially this time of year. You look pretty comfortable. Like, how did you feel first game in a while?
Yeah, not bad. First couple shifts, it's always that first one you get hemmed in the zone. You start feeling it through the eyelids, but I felt good out there. Obviously have a lot of support out there with speed and some very skilled players. So try to do my thing and make them better, and as they did the same with me.
What effect do you think spreading the offensive weapons across 3 lines had on the game tonight?
Well, obviously, it just makes our team very deep and very hard to play against. It's hard to match up against, and I think just like we've said all year, we're comfortable playing with anyone. We got a lot of guys that can hop up into bigger roles, and we've seen it throughout the year. And now we're using it to our advantage.
And Ryan doesn't just have a fight, but he wins a fight. Like, what's that? How would you describe the impact that has on the team?
Yeah, a lot of adrenaline. Obviously he's a guy that has a lot of respect on this team, and loves every single one of his teammates, and backs it up on the ice every single time something happens. So we're lucky to have him. He's been playing some amazing hockey for us here in the last couple months, and he's not just making an impact with his fighting, but his skating up ice, his body, getting around the net. He's just been very good for us all around.
What do you think is the main priority for the team here in the last few games preparing for playoffs?
Just making sure our game's in the right way, are going the right way, being smart with our pucks, not messing around too much in our zone or through the neutral zone, and just being pretty direct with it like we did in that second.
What stands out about what Austin's doing as he's pushing towards a pretty special milestone here?
Yeah, it's great. I honestly didn't know that was his goal there, but that's huge. So, we're obviously Austin's not a guy that really cares too much about his points, his own milestones. Just like all of us have expressed, we have a bigger dream in mind. But what he's been doing this year has been special, and just like we've talked about all year, he's a special player, and we're fortunate to have him.
How do you think that line has been clicking from what you've been able to see from afar?
A lot of speed. The guy's been making great plays. Bert's just done an amazing job just around the net, really, and causing havoc in that way, letting kind of Max and Austin do their thing with the puck. And I think you see it when one of them aren't feeling comfortable with a play. You usually see the puck going to the net with Bert there and cause a little havoc. So, it's been great to see that line really just excel and just keep getting better every game.
It allowed the team to take control of this game.
I just thought we were a little bit more direct, simplifying our game a little bit and just kind of getting pucks to the net. And obviously a couple of them went in, so you get the momentum and you just try to take advantage of that and keep it rolling.
What sort of advantage do you think spreading kind of the offense around the lineup with Mitch now back is gonna have?
Yeah, obviously spreads out our depth quite a bit, and with him back, it gives us a lot of different options. Obviously, a boost to the power play, boost to the penalty kill, and a boost for us 5-on-5, and just what he does for the team and his all-around play. So it's obviously great to have him back, and I thought their line was really good tonight too.
Seems like it's being a regular occurrence now, but what'd you make of Reaves' fight there? It seemed you were pretty excited on that.
Yeah, I think the hit on camper was a little bit late, and I thought it was appropriate. And I'll watch him do what he does. He's the best in the world at it for a reason, and just a lot of fun to watch. And you just see the reaction from the bench and the energy that he brings when he sticks up for guys like that and answers the bell. It's a huge momentum shift, and I can't say enough good things about him.
What's the feeling like on the bench? Like when he comes out of that, and he's yelling at their bench, at you guys. Like it just seems like the energy is.
Yeah, he's just an animal. Honestly, he's a beast, and like I said, it's I think it's moments like those where you really realize how important he is to the team and what he brings on the ice as well as off the ice. So I thought, like I said a couple games ago or last week, he's been playing some incredible hockey for us as of late, and peaking at a really good time. So it's been great to see.
Sheldon was saying he hasn't really seen a dip from your line since Max joined you guys. What do you like about how it's been coming together?
Yeah, even when we maybe have off shifts or off periods, just the ability to bounce back, and all three of us like to communicate, talk on the bench, talk on the ice, and just go out there and compete. And not that the first period, we had a couple good shifts to start, and then I think we kind of got maybe a little bit the opposite of direct. I don't know what that word I'm looking for is, but I thought we simplified it a little bit in the second, and we scored 2 quick goals like that and kind of get the momentum flipped on our side, and so that was big for us. And I think we just kind of compete every shift, every game, and obviously all 3 of us kind of bring different things, different attributes, and what we excel at. So just try to use each other.
Another win for Sammy. He gets nominated for the Masterton. Just what do you appreciate about his journey this year?
I love Sammy. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about him, and just his mindset, him as a person. He's a competitor in there. He's a gamer, and it's just been a lot of fun. To see him really just bounce back and excel and look like himself again. And you can just see it in his face and his body language. He's feeling really good right now, and it's just great to see.
Always a great atmosphere in Montreal on a Saturday night. What did you make of hearing some boo birds? Does that add to it a little bit for you on a night like this?
Yeah, honestly, I kind of find it like a total respect, I guess, especially in a building like this, and a big-time hockey city and fan base. So I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Navigated this one tonight.
I thought the first period was a little slow, and then made some adjustments. Came out pretty well in the second period, and then we're trying to hold on to leads, learn to hold on to leads, and I thought we did a good job. Obviously, they're going to have a push, but it was too little, too late.
What did you make of the hit on Camp that caused you to?
I'll be honest, I didn't see it because I was changing. Otherwise, it probably would have just happened right away. But I was just sitting. I was just getting off the ice, so the bench was pretty upset about it. So I figured it wasn't good.
How's your hand?
It's all right. No problem.
Guys talk about the atmosphere on a Saturday night in Montreal. Does a fight hit a little different on a night like this too?
Yeah, I mean it's a rivalry. It's there's always a good crowd here, a good mix of both teams too. So it was fun. Had a couple in this building that have always been loud, so it's always a good time.
So you're pumping up the bench afterwards. Do you feed off that too, or what's your sense of that moment?
Yeah, I mean. Anytime you fight, you hope you draw a little bit of energy, and I skated by their bench, and then I just happened to be by ours too, so I figured get them going a little bit.
So the conversation continued in the penalty box. What was Pizzetta's message, I guess?
Just a bunch of garbage, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot of substance in there.
Sheldon spreading out the offense across the lines there. What effect do you think that has?
Well, I have 3 lines that can put the puck in their net and play the right way, play the same way. So I think we got a little bit of everything up and down the lineup. We'll see how it works, and hopefully keep rolling into the playoffs.
What do you like about how that Matthews line with Bertuzzi and Domi has been clicking?
I mean, they've been great ever since Mitchie's been out. I think those guys have stepped up and played really well with Tone. They're finding them. We keep the shirts off. Well, get a shot of that no shirt too. No, they both jumped in and done a really good job. It looked like they had a lot of chemistry just from the beginning, and it's good to see because different guys are going to play in different spots, and you got to make sure that you're rolling either way.
In your experience, what needs to be prioritized in the last few games before the playoffs when your spot's pretty much secured down?
Not taking a dip, I think. Just because you made the playoffs, we're still fighting for a spot, and you still need to build the game. You still got to make sure that you're playing like you're in the playoffs, because it's I know everybody says it, but it's hard to turn it on and off. It's hard to just turn it on when you get into the playoffs if you're not rolling those last 10 games. So I think it's really important to not pretend, but to act like these last couple games are like a playoff game, and then just keep rolling into the playoffs.
What stood out playing with Mitch tonight?
One is talk. Like, you look at his play, and that's always there, and you can always distribute and pass the puck really well and sees the ice. But he's talking too. He's telling me where to be and talking off the ice too on the bench and showing me stuff, and it was fun to play with him.
How much does that help you, especially when you're building chemistry?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think communication is the first way you're going to build that chem, and he's good at that and taking the lead on that. And I'm trying to talk to him on the ice as well.
What people talk about his hockey IQ, the way he sees the ice. Like, what pops when you're listening to him and then seeing him out there?
I think he just sees everything on the ice. Like, he knows where every player is, and I think that he can anticipate and read, and before he gets the puck, he knows where it's going. So he can kind of talk to you even and tell you where you should put it beforehand.
Montreal gets momentum late in the second. What do you make of your guys' ability to kind of shut it down in that third period and not let them build off that late goal in the second?
Yeah, I think that's a credit to our group. That's something that's going to happen a lot. We plan to play with a lot of leads, so you're going to get pushes from teams, and they're going to try and drive you back, and they might get one or whatever. But then you gotta hold strong, and I think we did that tonight.
Playoff spot is official now. Just considering that you've never had a taste of it, how excited are you for that moment?
Yeah, very excited. From what I hear, it's a big step up, and guys are ready to play and a lot more excited. So I'm excited for it and really looking forward to it.
What's going through your mind when Ryan Reaves is doing his thing here tonight?
That I'm happy I'm not on the other end of it. He's an animal out there. He's so strong. He just kind of overpowers those guys. So glad he's on our team for sure.
From your perspective, what's made the Matthews line with Bertuzzi and Domi effective?
It looks like they're having fun. And it looks like they're just working hard. It's three guys that just compete for pucks, play hard, and then all three of them have really good vision. And then obviously Austin's been putting it in quite a bit.
For you, how would you describe your confidence? You score again, the guys are getting healthy, you're remaining kind of in that top six role. How would you describe it?
Yeah, confidence is there. I've always kind of felt like I had these abilities, but it's nice to be put in those opportunities and those scenarios, and just trying to play my game and not really change anything. It's just trying to be a strong power forward, try and skate the puck well, and distribute to the guys on my line that are really good players.
I just thought we started playing with a lot more pace and simplicity to our game. So when we do that, we're a lot to deal with, and that segment of time was enough for us to win the game tonight.
How did you feel the new lines kind of flowed and worked?
Yeah, I thought they worked well. I mean, it's good to see each of them get on the board. So that was good. Our game didn't have much flow to it here tonight at all. I don't think anything to do with the lines. It's just, Montreal played us well tonight. They played hard. They put a lot of pressure on our defense. It was a real struggle to get out of our zone in periods 1 and 3. So we didn't have a lot of flow to our game there. When we did have flow in that second period, there was lots to like. And I thought we defended well when we needed to once we got the lead. I know we gave up 2, but the 2 goals come off of 10 seconds into a penalty kill and one bad shift in that second period. But the third period, a little bit too much time maybe on our half of the ice, but didn't give them very much at all. So we would like that, and you get out of there with a pretty clean win.
What's your main priority these last handful of games here?
Get through them. Get through them and get through them with good habits and good detail, and just try to stay healthy. It's really it. Stay on top of the habits that allow us to keep going. I mean, you got a chance here to really narrow our focus. What you're playing for here now, which is to get yourself ready. So that's it. We want to do it with good habits and feeling good about your game, and that's really it. But obviously, we just want to get through these and be ready to go.
How confident are you that Liljegren and Järnkrok will get in some regular season games before this is over here?
It's a possibility. It's not ruled out. There's a chance. Probably it would just be those last 2 games. That would be in consideration, but it's a possibility.
You mentioned that first and the third. What did you make of Samsonov kind of like in net during that time as well?
Yeah, I thought he's solid. Like I said, I didn't think we gave up very much at all here tonight. The quality of chances were pretty low, generally speaking, and guys did a pretty good job in front of him that way. But yeah, I thought he keeps them at 2 when they get momentum going and all of that. I don't think we gave up a ton after, but it's still got to do your job and make sure nothing gets by you. And I thought he did that well for us.
How did Mitch look to you, and just what did his presence mean to the group, having him back in there?
It was great having him back. There was a few really high-end plays out there that only Mitch can make. So yeah, it's good to see him. It's good the way the game went too. We didn't have to tax him too badly, and we're able to kind of sort of ease him in and reintroduce him to the group, and to have a day to, coming off an injury, to get through the game is really his main priority, to get through it healthy and feeling good, and just continue to build up his game from here.
Anytime there's a fight, obviously it gets the energy going, but when the fight goes well for the player on your team, what's your sense of the bench and what it does for the group?
It gives the group a boost. The guys have fun with it, especially with what was happening in the game at that time. Guys responded well. I mean, Reaves been a great contributor to our team in so many ways. That, of course, is one way in which he contributes, and it's the hardest job in our league, but he does that very well, and he's playing well with good energy too. The guys were probably more excited for the breakaway that he had in the third period, but that was good for Reaves to step up there tonight.